what is the algorithm going to like more? A song that was so long that they liked it but didn't really have time to finish it, or a song that was so short that they liked it and had to press start over. Let me hear this again.
Yeah. If there's one thing that I would change about what I've done, if I could do it again, I wouldn't have spent the first 2.5 years of making music worried about making an album that almost nobody was going to listen to or ultimately care about. And I learned a lot from making that album, and I became better at making music from making that album. And it was literally my first time recording music ever. And so it was a long process of just learning all that shit, from mic discipline to just everything, how to record takes, how to layer vocals, all that stuff. So the process still taught me something. It is what it is. But the truth of the matter is that if Spotify is a strategy that you want, then there is a certain thing that ultimately works for that strategy. For it to materialize, your music has to be good. like listenable good.
Yeah.
Like my favorite artist of the last 10 years is undeniably Kendrick Lamar. But like, there's only so many people that could do what Kendrick does. I mean, there's only one Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. He's almost the only person that could make an album like To Pimp a Butterfly that would be universally received, loved, and listened to repeatedly, because it's so dense, it's so layered, it's so complex, it's so meaningful. And that's ultimately not the strategy. If you want Spotify to respond, and you want listeners who listen to music on Spotify frequently to respond to what you're doing, that's ultimately, like, it's a valiant thing to do. And if you want to be that artist, then be that artist. But that's not the kind of music that's going to take off immediately. And it took me a while to learn that. And I've really only started implementing that in like the last 1.5 years. Is like, there's a reason certain things do really well on these streaming platforms, and they have to be catchy enough. There has to be something that immediately grips the listener enough so that they don't skip on to the next thing. And then even in certain genres, like repeatability is a big thing. I really like making 4-minute concept songs, but they just don't go like that. They don't go. And so the name of the game in terms of the algorithm, well, I mean, there's a lot of things, and you covered all of them beautifully from an ads perspective, but Spotify's AI is incredibly intelligent, and it's keeping track of everything in your song, from like even the way your song is structured from an audio standpoint, to how long people listen before they press skip, how many times they listen to it, and it's collecting all that data, and then it's actively working for you. And it's actively working to find other people who are going to like that. That is its job. It wants to find that. It's also keeping track of people that don't like it, and if your song's not getting, if enough listeners aren't listening to enough of your song for the algorithm to justify shooting it out to other people, then it's just not going to happen. So that's kind of square one. Is like, you got to have like music that has some catchiness to it, it's something that people want to listen to, and that sounds really obvious. But it's really hard for a lot of us as artists to get there.
Does anybody here know what that time limit cutoff is for Spotify to assume that people liked your song? It's 30 seconds.
I was going to say, I was going to assume 30 seconds.
Is the cutoff. If people listen to 30 seconds of it, they'll assume, all right, they probably dug this song.
Yeah.
And especially if that person is like cutting through stuff and like dropping, oh, this is good, I'll put it on this playlist. Mm-hmm. As opposed to like, you listen to the first 20 seconds and you're like, and you just cut to the next song.
And that's the thing, right? So yeah, streams are important. Like the amount of time somebody's actually listening to your song is important. It's keeping track of how many people are saving your track. That's really important. And the save rates can bounce from, I've had songs that the save rate is like 6 or 7%, but it did 250,000 streams, and like that's solid. That's fine in that range. A song I just dropped the other day. I'm not running any of the ads to it yet or anything like that. It's done something like 1,500 streams in a couple of days, which isn't crazy. The Discover Weekly will kick in soon and shoot it out again. On Wednesday, it'll revamp, but it got saved like 400 times out of that. So it's getting to people that really, really like it. It's getting to people that are really vibing with it. And what I've learned is like, that's almost better than your absolute number. Like the amount of listens, the amount of streams per song you have, and you alluded to that as well, the amount of saves in that. My absolute numbers have gone down in the last few months. But my actual, the amount of streams per song I have gone up, which means that I'm actually getting to people who that's my fan base right there. And so that's really, really important. From a strategy standpoint, getting to the technical stuff now. So yeah, square one, have good music that people want to listen to. I think even if you don't like his music, I think XXXTentacion was really, really fan-fucking-tastic at understanding how this stuff worked and how he packed and structured his albums with 2-minute songs that were all like really instantly gripping and vibey. And his shit just, it went crazy. It went crazy on Spotify, and people are listening to that album multiple times because it's got 12 to 15 songs that are all 2 minutes long. But they don't feel 2 minutes because he was really great at making music. And so they feel like full songs. That's really important. And honestly, until you got that, I wouldn't really throw money, time, and energy and concern behind the rest of this stuff that we're going to talk about. I think that square one is really important.
Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah.
I think that having that mentality of like, a lot of people want to make these long epic pieces of music and, but that's dope if you've got people that want to listen to it already, but there's something to be said for the 2-minute song. If you gave them 2 minutes of something they love start to finish, that gripped them so thoroughly in the first 30 seconds that they had to keep listening, and even maybe the first 10 seconds gave them something they're like, whoa, what's going on here? I need to know. Not having long drawn out, slow intros, and then making it a short enough song so that what is the algorithm going to like more? A song that was so long that they liked it but didn't really have time to finish it, or a song that was so short that they liked it and had to press start over, let me hear this again.
Yeah. It's huge. Yeah.
I mean, Gucci Gang gets clowned a lot, but as a Spotify track, that's a genius song.
Yeah.
Extremely catchy chorus right out the gate. One rap verse, extremely catchy chorus. Let's go home.
Yup.
I like it. What's up, humans? It's Luke, your friendly neighborhood trap Jesus. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We appreciate you. Remember to like and subscribe to our channels. And if you have any questions or topics that we need to cover on the show, put them in the comments. Appreciate you. Peace and peace among worlds.